Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today to start the Libra season, I'm going to start the tarot readings for the Libra idols, and I decided to start with EXO Lay. So yes, let's give him a chance to honor this season, and yes, let's begin with this reading. It's been a while, I believe, since I pulled cards for Lay. I know I know he part ways with SM. I know he's not part of SM, but I believe he's still part of EXO. And at the same time, I'm aware that he's doing very well on his own as well as an artist, individual artist. So yes, let's see the cards that he got. We start the reading with the Queen of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Hermit, and the King of Wands. And then from the Oracle, he got the card of Moon in Aquarius, Independence. So yeah, definitely, I think that yeah, the Oracle card of Independence, Moon in Aquarius. I believe that it's very Lay. Like there's something about him also asserting his own independence. Like I believe that he's like building his life accordingly to this need to be free, to be his own person. We start with the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So I believe that there's, I don't know if he has like a female manager, or there's a very strong female figure in here that had helped him a lot when it comes to promoting himself, you know, being able to shine a bit more, to get the best offers for himself. It does seem like he's very well taken care of, like, and also advised. Like I do see him like getting the best of the best and being able to move forward with his career. There's something very strong about this Queen of Wands, you know, that at first I saw her, I was like, oh, maybe, you know, it could be a potential love interest. But then I was like, it's more, it has more to do with his work, with his brand, with like a business partner, or like someone that he associated with recently, someone with a very strong temper, character, and also presence. So definitely I don't see like a romance or romantic, you know, actually I don't see much about romance in when pulling cards for Lay for now. So I definitely do see a lot more that has to do with him as an artist, probably as a business person, you know, because we have the Nine of Pentacles. So definitely Lay has been doing very well on his own. I would say that probably, you know, being independent has brought him a lot of joy, a lot of self-actualization of his own persona. It seems like he's sort of fulfilling his destiny, his purpose, and he's advancing. In the middle of the reading, we have the Chariot. So definitely, Lay is someone that I would say that he never stops working. Like he's always like advancing. Like it doesn't matter you know what's going on around him. I think that he keeps on advancing. Nevertheless, I would say that this year has been very prosperous for him. I believe that he had a lot of, because with the Nine of Pentacles, I'm thinking a lot about, you know, possibilities to shine, possibility to be recognized, and also maybe winning awards, you know, being in the spotlight and being very praised. Like there's something about him being very praised by people. He has this attitude of, he sort of represents having a style, having status, being very talented, being very prestigious almost, you know, like I'm sure he's very popular, because he definitely is advancing with this energy. I see him like really advancing, and I think that he is a guy that he definitely doesn't want to be stopped. You know, I believe that there's something about him also honoring his own independence, you know, his own individuality. And since we're talking about a Libra, you know, and I think that I remember he's a double Libra. I believe he's a Libra sun and moon. So it's very interesting how he totally, it seems like he totally changed his luck when he became like an individual artist. There's something about him like being able to connect with fame and probably with more recognition being by himself. And I think that if we think about a Libra energy, Libra is all about associations. It's all about others. But definitely, I think that there's something about, because here with the Nine of Pentacles and also the Chariot, it does give me the feeling that Lei is not alone. Like there's something about him. Yeah, he can show himself like, and of course his image and his presence, um it gives you solo performance or it gives you soloist. But there's something telling me here that he is not alone. Like he's not a solo artist that is just him on stage, for example, or that is just him alone. I think that he remains true to his Libra nature, in the sense that he has other people around him, even though he can be like the main attraction or the main act or the visual, the face of projects. I believe he's always like associating with people, and he always has people around him. And also he does value other people's work as well. And I think that there's something about, probably if he's doing very well in his career and also in his finances. I don't know if he has his own company. Could it be an option that he's like, you know, now that I'm in charge, I want to help people. Like I want to give people work. I want them to have employment. Like I want them to, especially children. There's something about children as well, you know, like I don't know if he has his own academy, or but there's something about him thinking about what can I do for the others with my influence. Also, you know, being this strong mentor as well, and he keeps advancing towards that vision, towards building himself. Probably this year is going to be all about that. Then we have the Hermit and the King of Wands. There's a lot, like there's a lot of strength and a lot of power inside of Lei's energy. Like there's something that is letting me that the guy definitely is a boss. He is his own boss. He's everyone's boss. You know, he's an authority. Definitely is authoritative. Is someone that people respect. You know, but at the same time, here with the Hermit, he also is someone that he knows how to keep his private life private. Like he is someone that he's so magnetic, he has such a charisma, he has a strong presence, you know, everything about him is powerful, but there's a part of him that he doesn't show to others. And in this sense, I think, and I believe that this is like a strategy of his that has worked for him, has turned out to be very an element key to him, as this role model for others. I believe here with the Hermit, definitely there's a lot of things I wouldn't say secrets because I don't think that it's about secrets. I think that it's about Lei. Actually, he is a guy that he enjoys his time alone, and he has his routines. He's very different from what he shows as an entertainer, and he can differentiate himself very well. And I think that this is what makes him such a great professional, because he's like, I could say a lot of things, I could get into scandals, I could drag some people, I could be scandalous, I could be provocative, because definitely Lei is not a passive person. He has a strong character, and he could be, he could be aggressive and a bit controversial if he wanted to. But there's something about him being like, I don't talk about those things, or I don't talk about others, or I don't mention others, or I don't go there, I don't, and I think that in this case, I think that probably a lot of artists could take etiquette lessons from Lei, because it does seem like it's a huge attribute and a huge, like, is the reason why he keeps advancing in his career, because even though he is such a strong figure, he knows how to keep himself grounded. He knows how to also keep his mouth shut. And I think that this is something that sometimes I believe that there's something very interesting here showing him, seeing him as this king of wands, and I think that he's very well aware that in this business, especially the business that he's in at the moment, not only there's a lot of competition, there's also a lot of dramatic people, and a lot of gossip, and a lot of cancellation. So he's like, I could get in trouble very easily, because I believe that, I don't know if maybe in the business that he's in, like with all these other celebrities, there's a lot of scandals. So it seems like it's a sort of mandatory for someone that is famous to be scandalous. And here with the hermit, I see him restraining himself. I mean, like, I don't talk about that. Or that's not my style. I don't do that. Yeah, I could, but I won't. There's something about him going back to himself, like learning a lot about himself. I don't know if he has like a sort of religion. I don't know if he has like a mantra, a mindset of his own that allows him to get away from the public criticism. I'm sure that it's not that the guy is a saint, and that, but it's something about him being like, I don't want to talk about rumors, or talk about other people, or judge other people, or criticize other people. I'm just focused on me and my work and what I'm building with my fame. That's what I do. That's my work speaks for itself, or my influence speaks for itself. So definitely he's very respected. He is an authority figure for people. I'm sure he has like a lot of followers, like a lot of people admiring him, because there's a sense of etiquette as well. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of he's someone that I would say he is very, very Libra, in the sense of what Libra represents when it's well expected. Like the brightest part of being a Libra, that is equality, that is balance, that is fairness, that is sometimes also staying neutral, not being like, yeah, sometimes being a mediator, but maybe in his case it's more like, I don't middle in. I'm just here bringing balance to, maybe I have to interact with people that are opposite to me, that are more chaotic than me, that are like, crazier than me. And I just have to show that balance. I remain calm when everyone is freaking out around me, and when everyone feels the need to create chaos and to make a circus of their life, and create a lot of like, a lot of craziness, a lot of crazy behavior, people being like extra, extra in a lot of senses. He's like, yeah, that's not my style. I don't. But in the way he behaves, also probably in his silence or maybe in his way of not reacting, there's a lot of power as well. There's something very powerful about his presence and how he keeps, like, he doesn't get annoyed or he just keeps collected. There's like a very gentleman vibe, but at the same time, he doesn't say anything, but he is very assertive, and people know that he commands. He commands. He is like the commander. He is the one in charge. So I think that definitely this is a very um it's a very like, I don't know, it does give me royalty vibes. Like he's such a king, literally. He's so splendorous, he's so polite at the same time. He just says what is fair, what is not more nor less. He just it's very well prepared, and also he's so balanced inside himself. I would say here with the hermit that definitely, probably, you know since we got this card of the oracle that says independence, and I think that definitely for Lei, he had and he will continue to work towards his independence, to be more independent each day. But I believe that independence also has a cost. I believe that there's a bit of loneliness in Lei's life, because here with the hermit, but he also uses this loneliness to learn about himself. There's something that he's learning about himself, and when he's by himself, he learns a lot from this, and from what is going on with his mind, what is going on with himself, how he feels about certain things. He's a guy that he reflects a lot. He's very self-reflective. He always is trying to learn about himself and why he's the way he is. So definitely he does have a lot of moments, a long time, that allows him to connect more with his talents, maybe practice more, maybe, be a better artist, like work on his craft. There's a lot of power and a lot of lessons in Lei's life. It's like, I don't know if he's like, somehow he's like, okay, in this life I have to learn to be by myself, or I have to learn to be alone, because when I'm alone, I learn a lot about myself and I grow. To read this and get this vibe in Libra season for a Libra idol is a lot, because normally when you read for Libra people or Libra placements, even though they can deny it, there's a strong need for the others, the others, like, okay, like, I want to be with my group, I want to be with others, and in this case, the card of Moon in Aquarius independence definitely lets me know that he's enjoying this independence. There's nothing traumatic about this process, and that he definitely is learning a lot from this, and that he's advancing at his pace, and he's very, like, very well assured. He's very sure, he's very reassured that this is the right path for him, that this is the right decision for him. He doesn't regret anything. Yeah, sometimes he can have his moments where he feels like he is alone and no one understands him, but yeah, then eventually he remembers like why he's doing this for and what is his passion. And obviously his passion is to be a better artist, and I think that there's something about him wanting to help other artists as well, you know, wanting to be a good influence, wanting to, you know, to help his, like, the society or a community. There's something about him wanting to give back to others. This is why he remains so disciplined. You know, definitely Lei has a lot of discipline, and sometimes in order to stay in control and discipline, he has to, you know, get away from other people's influence and just not go with the flow of what the others are doing, more like, you know, refraining himself and also, like, you know, preserving his energy. I mean, like, you know, I will not engage in these events or with these people. I would just go, you know, I would just retire, like I would just, like, you know, I will not participate. He's very selective about that as well. And he's very well, like, he's, I wouldn't say he's worried, but he thinks a lot about his image, you know, and what the audience see of him. So this is why he's so careful about, you know, his associations and about in what projects he participates, because he's not interested in scandals or drama. So that's why I see him being in this sort of mindset. I see him being like very different from the others. You know, probably there's other celebrities or other famous artists that they use their fame to create controversies and to be, you know, relevant in that way. But in the case of Lei, I see something totally different. So yeah, but yeah, he continues, you know, creating success and opportunities for himself. So definitely he's doing very well this year. He's going to finish it very successfully, always focus on his goals. So yeah, it's going to be a good year for the rest of the months of this year for him. So yes, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.